All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to the Jaguar baseball fields. The Butte Boys is what they like to call it. As I'm excited to bring you game one of this week's District 26-6A matchup between your Bowie Bulldogs and the Johnson Jaguars. AJ Revelo here, folks. It's a nice chilly afternoon, surprisingly chilly here for April. But your Bulldogs coming off a bye week last week, so drawing, like I said, drawing the short string, if you will, getting the Easter week off. Got to enjoy it, got to recharge. Coach Ajeli mentioned it. Guys got in, they got to relax a little bit, still put some work in, but they were excited to get back on the field, and they look pretty good here as we get set to take on the Jaguars. Now, a little shakeup in district play so far as we get ready for our pregame festivities to get underway. Currently in first place is still the Lake Travis Cavs, right? They sit at 7-0. Dripping Springs now sits in second place with a 7-1 record. Your Bulldogs here sit in third, and then the Jaguars sit in fourth with a 5-4 record. So two one-loss teams are in the second and third. Now Dripping jumps Bowie in the rankings because they've played and have one more win than your Bulldogs do. They sit 7-1 at 8 games. Your Bulldogs sit 6-1 with 7 games. And who helped the Tigers propel themselves into second place in district play? Well, it's the Aikens Eagles as the Jaguars, as the Tigers took them down game 1, 11-1, and then game 2, 5-2. So we've got our lineup going up, folks. I'll send it to the PA. We'll try to catch what we can here. I'll go ahead and repeat everything, but for now, enjoy the lineup announcement.
Starting pitcher, Ryder, Nosa. And now, the starting lineup for your Johnson Jaguars. Batting first, playing third, number 12, Sullivan Gary. Batting second, playing second, number 22, Brandley Oak. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 8, Ethan McLean. Batting fourth, playing right field, number 1, Ray Thornton. Batting fifth, playing first, number 14, Gus Haynes. Batting sixth, playing catcher, number 20, Ricky Montio. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 2, AJ Gonzalez. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 17, Thomas Ramble. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 24, John Whitten. And your starting pitcher for the Johnson Jaguars, number 4, Nathan Alanis Sendejo. National anthem. play ball.
All right, folks, there you have it. Let's play ball, and we are set to get game one underway. Let's talk about your Bulldogs here first. Of course, going to be set up first here at the top of the first is going to be Josh Gonzalez, followed by Gabe Winters. Travis Harrington set to bat third. Miles Strickland in the fourth spot. Garrett Gauthier, followed by Ethan Lambert, Darius Williams, Luke Diddle, and Julian Laughlin rounding out the order. Defensively, the Jaguars starting pitcher is going to be number 4, Mason Alani Sendejo. Catching the throws is going to be number 20, Ricky Montijo. First base will be Gus Cone. Second base will be Brentley Oaks. Third base, Selvin Garrett. Shortstop, Ethan McLean. Left field, John Swinton. Center field, Thomas Schnabel. And right field will be Grayson Thornton. So there you go, folks, as we are set to get things moving again. The Eagles, so back to what we were talking about, right? Eagles propelling the Tigers up into that second place spot, but this is an important matchup here between these two. Even with 2 losses, the Bulldogs will still sit in third, but of course don't want the third, those 2 losses at all. We want to be able to win a few and catch up and keep up with the Tigers. Not sure who they're playing this week. I'll try to pull that up if I can. But around the area, the Lake Travis Cavaliers last week taking on the Dell Valley Cardinals. They beat them 13-0, and then game 2, 21-0. So kind of a beat down there at Dell Valley. Last game for your Bulldogs was 2 weeks ago against the Austin High Maroons. 3-1 win in game 1, 7-0 win in game 2. The Jaguars took on the Austin High Maroons last week. They won that one 7-3, and they won the second game 13-3. A week before that, though, they took on the Tigers and lost both of the games to the Dripping Springs Tigers, who your Bulldogs split the series with. Surprisingly, first team off the bubble, using a wonderful basketball term here, is going to be the Westlake Chaparrals. They lose to the Anderson Trojans last week, 6-5, and then win game 2, 7-2. So a very rare off week for the Westlake Chaparrals. So we are set to get on the way. Here comes Josh Gonzalez up to the plate. First pitch is going to catch that high inside zone for strike 1. Counts 0-1 here for Gonzalez. There's another pitch that is a breaking ball over the middle there for strike 2. Counts 0-2 here for Gonzalez. Gonzalez, last outing last week in game 2 against the Austin High Maroons, going 2 for 2 in his outing. 1 RBI, 3 runs and a walk. He hits that one deep towards right down the line. It's going to be chased and falls in foul territory. Thornton giving good chase to that, just couldn't quite get it in time over there in right field. So count stays 0-2 here for Gonzalez as he lives to fight another day against Alanis Sendejo. O2's the count, folks. Alanis Sendejo gets wind up. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, no call there as it's ball 1. Count moves to 1-2 for Gonzalez. So a good outing last week for Josh Gonzalez there. He did draw a walk as well. He accounted for 3 runs of the 7-run win for your Bulldogs over Austin High as he hits that one foul. Count stays 1-2. Awfully quiet crowd so far here to start the game. I guess top of the first, a little quiet out here. The softball's going on behind us where you hear all the music if you can. But it's a 1-2 count here for Gonzalez. Alanis Sendejo with the pitch. It's going to be high and outside for ball 2. Gonzalez draws the count even, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter Josh Gonzalez at the plate here for your Bulldogs. He swings and misses at that one. That'll be a strikeout swinging for out number 1. Next up to the plate is going to be center fielder Gabe Winters. Winters, quiet for the most part. He went 0 for 2 his outing against Austin High. He did account for one of the runs that came across. Did have a strikeout to his name as well, though. So looking to kind of take the break, relax, and maybe get himself back in the hit column here. Montijo getting himself readjusted from our home plate umpire. What a good guy out there.
9 seconds. Dave Wonder.
So Gabe Winters, again, makes his way to the plate. One away, no runners on here in the top of the first. Alanis Sendejo gets the call, and here's the pitch. Up high, ball one, counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low and away for ball two. Counts 2-0. Bulldogs coming out with the pinstripe white pants. One of my favorite outfits they have. They got a nice pinstripe white shirt. It's a home shirt, so they can't wear that jersey. They have what looks like a training shirt on today. There's a throw that's inside, but gets called for strike one. Counts 2-1. So it's just like an athletic black shirt. And numbers black outlined in red as there's a swing and a miss for strike two. Big rip by Winters, just can't make contact. We've got Bowie emblazed on the front, but not my favorite jersey. I hope Coach DeJalia is listening to this at a later point in time. It's hard as hell to read those numbers, so not a fun jersey for us announcers. As there's a swing and a miss by Winters. That'll be the second strikeout of the night. Out number two, as catcher Travis Harrington makes his way to the plate with two away and no runners on. Harrington, one of the more active bats on not last Friday, I guess, but Friday against Austin High. Harrington going 2 for 3 in his outing. He watches that one for ball one. Counts 1-0. Did have 3 RBIs to his name, so a good game 2 for that young man on 2 Fridays ago. But it's 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away. Harrington awaits the pitch. Pops that one up down the right field line. It goes over the fence foul, and it just misses the concession stand, which is to our right. It's going to be strike one here for Harrington. It's an even count, 1-1. One ball, one strike. There's a hit down the third baseline. Garrett is going to get a glove on it. The throw to Cone over at first is in time. A 5-3 put out for out number 3. Bulldogs go down 1-2-3 as we stay scoreless after the top of the first. Now, before we talk about defensively, your Bulldogs didn't give a shout out to our Grand Slam sponsor this year. We're going to do that now. Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice. Do you have a loved one who needs health care services in the comfort of their home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of services including wound care, cardiac care, physical therapy, pain management, and much more. Our health care services are covered 100% by Medicare in most cases. Robinson Creek is a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today. Big thank you to Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice, our Grand Slam sponsor this year. With that, though, let's talk about your Bulldogs defensively here. Number 15, Ryder Melsa is going to get the call. He'll be up on the bump. We'll get to see him first. Travis Harrington in his normal spot behind home plate catching the throws. Garrett Gautier over there at first. Miles Strickland at second. I forgot the D there. Let me fix that. Luke Niddle at third. Shortstop Josh Gonzalez. Left field Darius Williams. Center field Gabe Winters. And right field, it's going to be Ethan Lambert. For the Jags, they're going to send up third baseman Selvin Garrett up first, followed by Brentley Oaks, and then Ethan McClain set to bat third.
first, number 12, Sullivan Garrett.
All right, out comes number 12, Selvin Garrett, third baseman for the Jaguars. As he gets some Miley Cyrus from the crew here in the press box next to me. Melsa set. Here's the first pitch. That's a high breaking ball that just misses for ball one. Counts 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a throw that I guess is a little too high for our home plate umpire. Ball 2, counts 2-0. We last saw Melsa back in game 1 against the Austin High Maroons. Give you some stats here on him in a second. As here's a 2-0 pitch from Melsa. Another throw inside, ball 3, counts 3-0. Melsa throwing for 6 innings, giving up only 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts to his name. As that 3-0 pitch hits the zone there for strike 1, counts 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Melsa with the pitch to Garrett. There's a nice throw right over the middle there for strike 2. Draws the count full, 3-2. Full count here for Garrett. 3-2 pitch from Melsa. It's a hit towards first. Into the glove of Gautier. Gautier's going to toss it to Melsa. He'll tag it up for out number 1. Next up to the plate is going to be second baseman Brindley Oaks. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the first. As that gets popped up foul. It's going to go actually into the softball field foul. For strike 1, counts 0-1. Yeah, the softball field is probably about 20 yards, 30 yards, at least from stand to stand. There's a nice throw by Melsa right over the middle with some heat for strike 2. Counts 0-2 here to Oaks. Ethan McLean is on deck here for the Jaguars. We'll get to see him next as Melsa gets set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a nice throw inside. That's going to miss there for ball 1. Counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Melsa delivers. A little too low for ball 2. Count gets drawn even, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Melsa with the pitch. There's a swing, and Oaks is just going to get a piece of that one, just barely. Ever so gingerly gets a piece of that one. It's going to go foul. Count stays even, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, no runners on. High breaking ball. That's a brim of the helmet level throw there by Melsa. Ball 3, count goes full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be in the right side batter's box, right on the dirt for ball 4. Jaguars are going to get a walk, and they'll have a 1-out base runner as shortstop Ethan McLean is going to go ahead and make his way up to the plate now. A little Hakuna Matata gets played for him. I like the mix here. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Oaks is going to be over there at first base here for the Jaguars. As that throw isn't going to catch the zone. It's going to be ball 1. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Quick pickoff attempt, not in time. Try that one again. Melsa gets set. Here's the 1-0 pitch to McLean. It's going to be in the would-be dirt. That's what I'm going to call it for ball 2. Counts 2-0. Fully turf field here at Johnson High School. Very nice to see. Hoping the AISD goes this route at some point in time, but we'll see. Quick time is called by Harrington as he has a little powwow with Melsa there on the mound. So 2-0 count here for McLean. He makes his way back into the box. Melsa with a quick check at Oaks over there at first as he gets set to deliver the 2-0 pitch. And there's the throw. Gets him back on track there for strike 1. Counts 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Melsa with the pitch. And it's going to go behind Oaks, or McLean, foul. It's going to be strike 2. Count goes even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nice even count here. As Melsa gets set. The pitch to McLean. Up high. Ball 3. Count goes full yet again, 3-2. Every batter so far has drawn the count full against Melsa. As McLean makes his way back into the box. Full count, folks. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 runner on and 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Melsa with the pitch. Over the head of McLean. That one looks like it just got away from Melsa. It's going to be ball 4. McLean will make his way to first. Oaks will advance to second. As here comes right fielder Grayson Thornton up to the plate. Two runners on now here for Johnson. A runner on first and now a runner in scoring position over there in second. As that is going to go way over the head of Thornton, and it's going to get away from Harrington. Ball 1, the runners will advance on the wild pitch. Definitely not what you want to see here. As Oaks is now at third, McLean is now at second. And Coach Velasquez is going to make his way to the mound here and try to have a talk with Melsa. Don't usually see him. You see him a little bit more comfortable here in the first. So not a good spot here for Ryder Melsa. We'll see if he gets settled in after this powwow on the bump. But so far, folks, Selvin Garrett grounds out to Gautier, who tosses it to Melsa for out number 1. After that, Brentley Oaks gets walked. Ethan McLean gets walked. And after that, there's a wild pitch to Thornton, and both runners advance, which is where we sit now. So again, 1 away, bottom of the first. Runners at third and second. Jaguars will most likely be looking for a sacrifice fly here, you got to think. Hit something deep. But it's 1-0 count here for Thornton as Melsa gets set. Here's the pitch. Another high throw over the head of Thornton for ball 2. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. There's a throw down the middle, gets popped up towards right. Lambert is going to get underneath it. And he hit his glove and he drops it. Looks like he lost it in the sun. As one run comes across, McLean will round third, and McLean will come across, and the Jaguars take an early 2-0 lead over your Bulldogs. So Thornton will reach on an error, and Lambert just lost that one in the sun. I don't know if you can see the shadows here on the screen, folks. It's just sun is shining in your face there in right field. So 2 runs come across here early. Bulldogs gonna have to work from behind here. With 1 away and 1 runner on, Gus Cone is gonna make his way up to the plate. Here's the first pitch from Melsa. Outside for ball 1. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes. That's going to catch the zone. Nice throw there for strike 1. Even count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Again, Grayson Thornton's over there at second for the Jags. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts 1-2. So Cone gets set. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryder Melsa gets the call. Quick check at second. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball 2. Counts even 2-2. Pickoff attempt. Not in time, so we'll get reset and we'll do it again. It's an even count again, folks. Excuse me, it's a 2-0 count. Excuse me, it's an even count for Gus Cone. Blah, I'm just everywhere today. But here's the 2-2 pitch from Melsa. Low and inside. Ball 3. Another full count. So Melsa's going to look to pitch his way out of this one. Good job by Travis Harrington there at the plate. Slid over, kept that one in front of him, and kept Grayson Thornton there over at second. But it's full count, 3-2, 1 away, 1 runner on. Melsa with the pitch. That one gets popped up down the left field line. Foul. As Gus Cone will live to fight another day. Count stays full, 3-2. Melsa gets the call. Here's a 3-2 pitch. It's going to be in the dirt, if you will, in front of Cone. Thornton will advance over to third on that wild throw. Cone will get walked over to the first. So runners on the corners now for the Jaguars as Ricky Montijo will make his way to the plate now. Ryder still looking to get himself settled there on the mound. 1 away, runners on the corners. Here's the first pitch to Montijo. It's popped up foul. Counts 0-1. As here's the 0-1 pitch for Melsa. That one gets popped up towards center. Winters is going to get underneath it. Brings it down. There's the tag over at third. Nope, Thornton decides to go back. So a good play there. It's going to be out number 2. They were working on that sacrifice fly, but
Gonzalez.
For some reason, Grayson Thornton didn't tag up or went back and stayed at third. So runners stay on the corners. We now have 2 away here in the bottom of the first as the DH for the Jaguars tonight, A.J. Gonzalez, will make his way to the plate. As Melsa gets set, here's the pitch to him. It's going to be too low for ball 1. Counts 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Melsa with the pitch. There's a nice throw, hits that outside edge for strike 1. It's an even count, 1-1. Bulldogs looking to stop the bleeding here so far, if you will, in the bottom of the first. 2 runs to come across on an error. It's an even count, 1-1 here for Gonzalez. And Melsa will just kind of get himself reset. Well, there's 2 away, runners on the corners. Thornton's over there at third, Cones at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Melsa. There's a hit down the third baseline, foul. It's going to be strike 2 for Gonzalez. It's a 1-2 count for him. Melsa gets set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up foul into the softball field behind us. That one falls right at where the, how close they are, folks. That would have been a shortstop in the softball field, at least where the shortstop would be. 1-2 count, 2 away. Pitch to Gonzalez. It's going to be outside as they're going to go ahead and let Cone take second. Ball 2, it's an even count, 2-2. How about this? Lucky 2s for your Bulldogs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away with 2 runners on. Melsa gets the call. Here's the pitch. Hit down the third baseline into the glove of Niddle. He'll make the throw to Gautier at first. And the tag is made for out number 3. A 5-3 out number 3. Not before the damage is done. Jaguars drive 2 runs across on an error. And they take a 2-0 lead after 1. Well, as we go to the top of the second, let's give a shout out to some of our sponsors. Let's jump into the RBI sponsor this year, CT Fieldscapes. CT Fieldscapers is a landscape and sports field contractor in the Austin and San Antonio area. To check out our portfolio, review our services offered, or get a quote, please go to ctfieldscapes.com today. Big thank you to CT Fieldscapes, one of our RBI sponsors this year. Alanis Sendejo will be back on the bump here for the Jaguars. Your Bulldogs are going to send up Miles Strickland, set to lead off here in the top of the second, followed by first baseman Garrett Gautier and Ethan Lambert, set to bat third. So here comes Strickland up to the plate. Strickland a quiet 0 for 3 in his outing. He was one of the 7 runs to come across here for the Bulldogs on Friday the 22nd against Austin High. But looking to get himself back in the hit column as he makes his way into the box to face off against Alanis Sendejo. Here's the first pitch to Strickland. Swings and misses at that one for strike 1. Counts 0-1. Second pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 count here for Strickland as he's going to look to battle his way back from this one. Alanis Sendejo with the pitch. And that's going to catch him looking for out number 1. First baseman Garrett Gautier will make his way up to the plate now. Gautier is 1 for 3 in game 2 against Austin High. Again, one of the 7 runs to come across was him. As he watches that first pitch get called for strike 1. Counts 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1. It's an even count, 1-1. Alanis Sendejo with the 1-1 pitch. It's a hit towards short. McLean gets a glove on it. Throw to Cone at first is barely in time for out number 2. Right fielder Ethan Lambert is going to make his way up to the plate now. Lambert 0 for 2 in game 2 against Austin High. Did have a walk-in. Was one of the 7 runs to come across, as he awaits the first pitch from Alanis Sendejo. Lambert pulls back. No matter, though. That was right over the plate for strike 1. Counts 0-1. So 2 away here in the top of the second. Jaguars with an early 2-0 lead over your Bulldogs. Ethan Lambert hits that one a blooper towards Oaks at second. He gets it in for out number 3. Top of the second ends as your Bulldogs go down 1-2-3. They still trail the Jaguars 2-0. All right, folks, bottom of the second set to get underway. The Jaguars are going to send up Thomas Schnabel, set to lead off here in the bottom of the second, followed by John Swinton, and then top of the order with third baseman Selvin Garrett, set to bat third. Ryder Melsa back on the bump for your Bulldogs as he finishes his warm-up. As here comes number 17, Thomas Schnabel, up to the plate. We'll see how Melsa looks here, folks. Looked a little shaky in the first. See if he can get himself back in the zone. We normally see him pretty solid on the mound early on as he gets set to deliver the first pitch. That one gets popped up towards center field. Winters will get underneath it and brings it down for out number 1. Left fielder, number 24, John Swinton, will make his way up to the plate now. Swinton, bottom of the order, our final batter in the lineup here for the Johnson Jaguars. There's one away. Melsa with the pitch. Throw over the middle, gets looked at for strike 1. Counts 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch for Melsa. There's no call there. It's going to be ball 1. That one looked pretty good from way back here, but don't they all? 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Melsa with the pitch. Swing and a miss by Swinton. It's going to be strike 2. Counts 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch for Melsa. That one's going to get hit foul into the net towards the Bulldog dugout. Count stays 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Melsa with the pitch. Breaking ball inside. Gets looked at for the most part for ball 2. Even count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up high down the first baseline. It does look playable as Lambert's going to give chase. And it's going to bounce on top of the fence post. Wow. Lambert getting right up against the fence and just couldn't quite get there to bring it down. It bounces off the top of the fence line and goes foul. Count stays even 2-2 as Swinton will live to fight another day. Makes his way back into the box. Melsa with a 2-2 pitch. Nice slider that doesn't get the call. Full count, 3-2 here for Swinton. As Melsa gets set, here's the pitch. Down the middle, hot. It's going to get knocked foul towards the concession stand. Count stays full, 3-2. Melsa with the 3-2 pitch. Down the first baseline foul. Count stays full. A nice little battle brewing here. As Swinton gets set. Melsa likes the pitch. Here it is. Popped up towards left. Williams comes up, dives, and can't get a glove on it. It's going to bounce underneath it and roll behind him. Swinton will round first. He will round second. He's going to relay out the third and slides in just in time. As that'll be a triple for John Swinton. And with 1 away here in the bottom of the second, top of the order due up for the Jags as Selvin Garrett makes his way up to the plate. Pitch from Melsa. Slider a little inside for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Garrett drove the count full his last at bat in the first inning, then hit a grounder towards first. 1-0, 1 away. Popped up towards right center field. Winters and Lambert giving chase. Winters is going to give up to Lambert. Tag is made. Runner comes in and comes across. A sacrifice fly for Garrett. Gives that guy an RBI, and the Jaguars extend their lead 3-0. Brentley Oaks will make his way up to the plate now. Was the first run to come across for the Jaguars in the first inning. He was walked to reach his last at bat, so no stats for him as he looks at that one. Gets called for strike 1. Counts 0-1. 0-1 pitch for Melsa. Popper, little bouncer towards Melsa. Gets a glove on it. Throw to Gautier. Makes it look easy for out number 2. Excuse me, out number 3. I apologize. All right, folks, and after 2, the Jaguars lead 3-0 over your Bulldogs. The Bulldog offense is going to have to get something going here. Pitch count for Melsa isn't looking too hot here. After 2 innings, he is at 52 pitches. For comparison, Mason Alanis-Sendejo for the Jaguars is set to deliver pitch number 24 here in the top of the third. As we go into the top of the third, though, let's give a big shout out to one of our dog sponsors, Covert Hutto. Are you visiting car dealers near Austin, Texas, in the hopes of finding a place that prioritizes the customer over the sale? Do you want to receive the exceptional customer service you deserve? You don't have to go far to get this kind of experience. All you need to do is visit the team at Covert Chevy Hutto, located in Hutto, Texas. We have everything you need to get superb customer service as well as a huge inventory of vehicles. Big thank you to Covert Chevy Hutto, one of our dog sponsors this year. Alanis Sendejo back on the bump for the Jaguars. Bottom of the order due up for your Bulldogs is Darius Williams will be set to lead off here in the top of the third, followed by third baseman Luke Niddle, and rounding out the order, batting third, Julian Laughlin. Bulldogs still looking for their first base runner tonight so far as the top of the third gets set to get underway. Williams looking to be that guy if he can. Game against the Austin High Maroons. He went over 3 as a grounder towards short. McClain gets a glove on it. Throw to first is just in time. Out number 1. Williams almost able to leg that one out. Third baseman Luke Niddle will make his way up to the plate now. Niddle pretty active his last at bat back against Austin High in game 2. He went 2 for 3 as he swings at that one and misses for strike 1. Counts 0-1. So Niddle went 2 for 3, give an RBI to his name as well. So had a good outing against Austin High. As here's the 0-1 pitch from Alanis Sendejo. High and inside for ball 1. Count draws even 1-1. Alanis Sendejo, a southpaw pitcher, as he gets set to deliver the 1-1 pitch. Inside and just misses Niddle. It's going to be ball 2. Counts 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Alanis Sendejo with the pitch. There's a grounder towards third. Garrett gets a glove on it. A throw to first is in time for out number 2. As you hear the announcing for the softball team behind us. DH for tonight, Julian Laughlin will make his way to the plate now. Laughlin, quiet outing in game 2 against Austin High. He went 0 for 3. Did have 2 strikeouts to his name, though, so he's looking to get his bat a little bit warm if he can, as he swings and misses at that one for strike 1. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 away. There's a throw that is looked at for ball 1. Even count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Laughlin with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts 0-2. As here's the 1-2 pitch from Alanis Sendejo. Outside, ball 2. Laughlin draws the count even 2-2. Laughlin ready and waiting. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Alanis Sendejo. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout tonight for Alanis Sendejo. Out number 3. The Bulldogs go down 1, 2, 3, and after 2.5, excuse me, the Jaguars still lead 3-0. So Ryder Melso will be back up on the bump as you get to watch him get nice and loose. The Jaguars will look to send up shortstop Ethan McClain, set to lead off here in the bottom of the third, followed by Grayson Thornton and Gus Cone in line to bat third. As we wait for this final warm-up pitch, let's do it this day in baseball history. It was an important day here, April 2nd, 1908. After a 2-year investigation, the Mills Commission, which was formed with the recommendation of Al Spalding, declares that baseball was invented by Abner Doubleday in Cooperstown, New York in 1839. Which makes James Fenimore Cooperstown the most likely site for the Hall of Fame and Museum. And these establishments are conceived about 30 years later. So baseball was officially, I guess, it was officially agreed upon when it was created on this day back in 1908. First ball gets looked at for ball 1. Second one gets called and looked at for strike 1. It's an even count here for Ethan McLean. McLean was able to reach his last outing on a walk. He was the second run to come across for the Jaguars. So that's going to be ball 2 for him. Count is 2-1. 2-1 count. Melsa with the pitch. Fastball inside. Ball 3. Counts 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. As that's going to be apparently too high for ball 4. McLean will reach again on a walk. As the Jaguars have a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 3rd. As Grayson Thornton will make his way to the plate. Thornton 0 for 1. He was able to reach on an error his last at bat. So Thornton ready and waiting. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back as that throw was way up high for ball 1. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Thornton awaits the pitch, shows bunt down the first baseline. Melsa picks it up, throw to second, gets the force out at second. So heads up play by Josh Gonzalez and Ryder Melsa on that one. So McLean will go down as out number 1 of the fielder's choice. Thornton will make his way to first on that same fielder's choice. As there comes first baseman, number 14, Gus Cone, up to the plate. He was able to reach his last at bat on a walk. But there's one away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Southpaw batter, Gus Cone. This is a pickoff attempt that's not in time. For those who don't know, when I say southpaw batter or pitcher, it's because they're a lefty, not a righty, right? As Melsa with the first pitch. It's going to be somehow missed. Not going to make a call whether that was high or low because I'm not sure. That looked good from up here. It's going to be ball 1. Counts 1-0. It's Melsa with another pickoff attempt. Just misses. Thornton dove back just in time. Still a 1-0 count here for Gus Cone. Melsa with the pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2-0 count. Melsa with the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Counts 3-0. So batters counting here, 3-0. You know what that means, folks. Old Faithful heater down the middle. Let's see if that's what Melsa delivers. As he gets set, here's the pitch. There it is, right down the middle. Same location as one of the few pitches earlier, but that one's the strike called there, so count moves to 3-1. That's Melsa with a quick peek over at first to Thornton. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. And yet again, Cone is able to reach on a walk. Thornton will advance over to second. And with one away and 2 runners on, catcher Ricky Montijo will make his way up to the plate now. Montijo hit a fly out towards the center center field his last at bat. As Melsa, quick check at second. Here's the pitch. High slider just misses the head of Montijo. It's going to be ball 1. Counts 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. Melsa again takes a peek over there to Thornton at second. Here's the pitch. Hit towards the gap between short and third. Thornton will round third. Harrington is in time. Harrington gets the tag and stops the score. Thornton, go down is out number 2. Cone will be able to reach on that one. Montijo will reach. We're going to give him a single on that one because that was a pretty solid hit. As we're going to have a courtesy runner come out for Montijo. It's going to be number 3, Devin Bisbee. So Devin Bisbee will be a courtesy runner for catcher Ricky Montijo. Runners on the corners here for the Jaguars, and 2 away here in the bottom of the third as they look to get an insurance run. And Ryder Melsa and your Bulldogs look to shut this one down as there's another high slider. Ball 1, counts 1-0. Number 2, AJ Gonzalez, the DH for the Jaguars, at the plate currently. He grounded out to Niddle over there at third, his last at bat in the first inning. Melsa gets set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Another slider inside for ball 2. Counts 2-0. As the Jaguars lining up dangerously close to the plate there, getting those inside sliders, not getting the call. There's a hit towards right center. That's going to drop between them both. Lambert will pick it up. 1 run will come across as the other one will get held up at third. Oh, a pickoff attempt there as it looked like Bisbee had gotten off and got back on. But that'll be an RBI single for Gonzalez. He's going to drive across. Cone. Bisbee will get held up at third. So runners on the corners. The throw from Melsa just is a little too low for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Thomas Schnabel at the plate now. He hit a pop out towards Winters over there at center field his last at bat. It's 1 ball, no strikes for Schnabel. Again, Bisbee's over there at third. Gonzalez is at first. As that throw gets looked at for ball 2. Count is 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 away, 2 runners on. Nice throw down the middle there for strike 1. Counts 2-1. Schnabel gets set. Melsa with the pitch. Slider inside. And they're going to say it grazed him. Schnabel will get a free trip to first base. Gonzalez will advance to second, which means bases loaded as Coach DeGilia calls a time and comes on out to the mound. And it looks like that'll be all she wrote for Melsa. He just couldn't quite find his rhythm this evening. New pitcher for the Bulldogs. I'll give you a number as soon as I can see it. New pitcher is going to be number 11, Daniel Soto. So Daniel Soto will make his way to the plate with bases loaded and 2 away, looking for one more out to close out this bottom of the third. The Bulldogs having to dive into the bullpen here after a rough start for Ryder Melsa. Melsa is going to pitch 2 2/3, give up 3 hits, currently at 4 runs. He is responsible for the other 3 runners on the base. 5 walks and a surprising no strikeouts to his name. This will be the first time that we get to see Daniel Soto come out to the mound here during district play. But including non-district play, Daniel Soto has pitched 10 innings. Started one game, pitched in 6 games. He has given up 5 hits, 4 runs, 8 walks, and 14 strikeouts over 10 innings. John Swinton will make his way up. He'll be the first batter to face off against Daniel Soto. Swinton was able to reach on a triple as he had a line drive, if you will, towards Darius Williams over there in left field. Williams made a valiant attempt to dive and grab that one, but just barely missed it, which allowed Swinton to come all the way over to third, and he was the 3rd run to come across for the Jaguars. 4-0 is the current score here in the bottom of the 3rd. As Soto gets set, here is his first district pitch. Slider outside for ball 1. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes, and 2 away. Soto with the pitch. The throw, it's a little too high. Ball 2. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, and 2 away. Soto with the pitch to Swinton. There's a throw that hits that zone finally for strike 1. Counts 2-1. Starting to believe that our strike zone from our home plate umpire was possibly non-existent here for a few batters. As he finally gets set, here's a 2-1 pitch from Soto. It's a breaking ball way up high. It's ball 3. Counts 3-1 as Soto is in danger of walking in another run here for the Jaguars. It's a 3-1 count. Usually means we see old faithful Heater down the middle here. We'll see if Soto gets the call and delivers that one. As here is the pitch. He does get it, and that one gets hit foul into the softball field. Strike 2. Full count, 3-2 here for Swinton. Full count, folks. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, bases loaded. Daniel Soto on the mound. Here's the pitch. Up high for ball 4. As Swinton will reach on a walk. He does get a cheesy RBI to his name as Devin Bisbee comes across and scores from third. Runners all advance. And the Jaguars now lead 5-0. Still looking for that elusive final out here in the bottom of the third as Daniel Soto now is on the mound here for the Bulldogs. Bases are still loaded. And it's top of the order with Selvin Garrett awaiting the pitch. Slider outside for ball 1. Garrett 0 for 1 so far as he hit a grounder towards Gautier, his first at bat, and had a sacrifice fly. So he does have an RBI to his name, his last at bat in the second. Another high throw there from Soto. It's going to be ball 2. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, and 2 away. Soto gets the call. Here's the pitch to Garrett. Inside for ball 3, and Harrington is going to call a time and make his way to the mound to have a powwow with Soto. .3-0 count here as Garrett makes his way back to the plate. Soto, we'll see if we get Old Faithful from him. Pickoff attempt. Gets away from Gautier. Wild throw as one run comes across and the other runners advance. So Gonzalez will now score on that wild throw. Schnabel will make his way over to third. Swinton will make his way to second. As another insurance run comes across for the Jaguars, they lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the third. .3-0 pitch. Doesn't get the call. It's going to be ball 4. As Garrett will make his way to first. And again, bases loaded. As here comes Brentley Oaks. And after this batter, the Jaguars will have batted through the order, which means Ethan McLean is going to be on deck. 1 out, though, is all the Bulldogs need, as that one gets the zone for strike 1. Counts 0-1 here for Oaks. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 away. Soto gets the call. Here's the pitch. It hits the glove of Harrington and bounces in front of him. It's going to be ball 1. Count goes even, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Harrington gets the call, delivers it to Soto. Soto gets set. Here's the pitch. Nice throw right over the middle. Strike 2. Counts 1 and 2 here for Oaks. Here's ball 2. Count goes even here for Oaks, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 away. Soto with the pitch to Oaks. There's a hit that goes foul. Count stays even, 2-2. Soto gets the go-ahead. Same count, folks. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here's the pitch. There's a hit down the first baseline, foul. Soto set and steps off. Didn't like the call there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Getting down the first baseline, foul. Oaks back in the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Underneath, foul. Now it stays 2-2. Soto gets set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Nice waist pitch there. That's away and in the dirt for ball 3. Count goes full 3-2. As Oaks gets ready in the box, Soto gets the call. Here's the full count pitch from Soto. Hit down the first baseline. That is going to go foul. And we'll get reset and do it again. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, bases loaded. Soto steps off as he awaits the call. All right, we'll resume play here, folks, and Soto gets set. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up high. That one is going to be playable. Niddle gets underneath it and brings it in. And finally stops the bleeding for out number 3. Not before 3 runs come across, and the Jaguars, after 3, lead your Bulldogs 6-0. Well, folks, as we go into the top of the 4th, let's give a shout out to one of our dog sponsors, Austin by Eric, location in Bulldog Nation. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Southwest Austin, visit austinbyeric.com and work with the realtor with over 15 years of experience in Circle C Ranch. Know the neighborhood, understand all it has to offer, and love where you live. Visit austinbyeric.com to schedule a free consultation, and that's Austin by Eric, ERIC.com. Big thank you to Austin by Eric, one of our dog sponsors this year. All right, so final stats on the afternoon for Ryder Melsa. A couple runs came across, so he's going to get 6 runs to his name, 4 of those earned. Again, 5 walks and, surprising, no strikeouts, as normally we've seen Melsa pretty solid on the mound and still looking to break that double-digit mark so far for district play. So top of the order, folks, here in the top of the 4th for your Bulldogs is Josh Gonzalez will be set to lead off, followed by Gabe Winters with Travis Harrington in line to bat 3rd. Gonzalez, his last at bat was way in the 1st inning, the start of the game. He had a strikeout swinging as he looks to face off against Alanis Sendejo here for the 2nd time this evening. Here's the pitch. Swings and knocks that one foul. It's going to be strike 1 for Gonzalez. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. There's a bouncer towards first. Cone gets a glove on it and tags up on first just in time for out number 1.
Up to bat, number 4, Gabe.
Center fielder Gabe Winters will make his way to the plate now. Winters in a strikeout swinging his last at bat, again way back in the first inning. So his second time tonight to face off against Alanis Sendejo. Bulldogs still looking for their first base runner of the game. So far they've gone down 1, 2, 3 every inning this evening, as there's a low throw for ball 1. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes, and 1 away. Swing and a miss by Winters for strike 1. It's an even count, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 away, no runners on. Swing and a miss by Winters. It's going to be strike 2. Counts 1 and 2. Alanis Sendejo gets the call. Here's the 1-2 pitch from, time is called and granted, as Winters is going to get reset. Here's the 1-2 pitch. As they're going to say no swing. Winters pulled back just in time. Ball 2, counts even here for him, 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, as that'll get looked at by Winters. Strikeout looking, 5th strikeout of the night here for Alanis Sendejo. Out number 2, as catcher Travis Harrington will make his way up to the plate now. Harrington had a ground out to Garrett over there at third, his last at bat. He was the 3rd out of the first inning. And your Bulldogs going down 1, 2, 3 so far, looking to get that changed here in the top of the 4th. As there's the first pitch, is over the middle, slow throw for strike 1. Counts 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch from Alanis Sendejo. It's a grounder towards short. McLean gets a glove on it. Harrington trying to leg this one out. Not in time, though, as the throw to Cone gets him for out number 3. The Jaguars so far shutting down the Bulldog offense. And after 3.5, they lead 6-0. Going into the bottom of the 4th, again, the Bulldogs going to try to stifle the Jaguar offense. Daniel Soto is going to be back up on the bump here for the Bulldogs. And as we watch him get warm and get loose, let's give a shout out to another one of our dog sponsors, Cruz Teca Mexican Kitchen. It's a locally owned Bowie alumni restaurant that taps into the family's roots with a full menu representing various regions of Mexico and Texas. All dishes are made to order and salsas are made from scratch. Catering and a taco truck available for every event. Check out their menu at cruzteca.com. That's CRUZTECA.com today. Big thank you to Cruz Teca Mexican Kitchen, one of our dog sponsors this year. The bottom of the 4th, folks, and the Jaguars are going to send out shortstop Ethan McLean, set to lead off here in the bottom of the 4th, followed by Grayson Thornton and Gus Cone, set to bat 3rd. Jaguars effectively batting through their order that last inning.
Now up to bat, number 8, Ethan McLean.
Here comes Ethan McLean. McLean still with no stats on the afternoon as he was walked both of his times at the plate. He was able to go all the way around in the first and be the second scorer for the Jaguars. And then the third, he was walked and he was picked off in a fielder's choice on his way to second. So Daniel Soto, though, back on the bump here for the Bulldogs. He looks to face off for the first time this evening against Ethan McLean. As that first throw is going to get looked at for ball one. Counts 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Soto gets the call. Here's the pitch. There's a throw right over the middle there for strike one. Even count 1-1. Our umpire right? Umpire finally gets just throws a little finger out there. There's a grounder towards third. That'll let it go out of bounds. It's going to go foul. It's going to be strike two. Count moves to 1-2. One, two's the count. Daniel Soto with the pitch. It's going to be in the right side batter's box, right on top of there for ball two. Harrington, a good job of keeping that one in front of him. It's an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Soto awaits the call. Another breaking ball over the middle, breaks a little too hard. Ball 3. Full count here for Ethan McLean, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Bulldogs love to get it out here. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Soto. There's a hit towards short, into the glove of Gonzalez. Throw to Gautier in time. We're out number 1.
Now the batter, number 1, Grayson Thornton.
Right fielder Grayson Thornton will make his way up to the plate now. Thornton is 0 for 2 so far in his outing. He was able to reach both times at bat. The first time was on an error, and the second time was on a fielder's choice. So he sets 0 for 2, even though he was on base so far every time he's been at bat. But one away, Soto with the pitch. As Thornton pulled back, but didn't matter. That was right over the middle for strike one. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 away. Bases cleared. There's a throw from Soto just a bit outside. For ball 1, to even count 1-1. That was a nice throw by Soto, though. That one looked a lot harder, a lot more confidence behind that throw. As he gets set, here's the 1-1 pitch. There it is, right over the middle for strike 2. 1-2's the count. Gus Cohn's on deck. We'll get to see him next from the Jaguars. As here's the 1-2 pitch from Soto. Just a bit outside. Ball 2. Counts even here for Thornton. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Soto waiting the call. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Thornton. As Thornton thinks about it, decides against it. Ball 3, full count, 3-2. Soto with 3-2 pitch. Outside batter's box, ball 4. And a 1-out base runner for the Jaguars makes his way to first, and Thornton, with 1 away and 1 runner on, first baseman Gus Cohn will make his way to the plate now. Cohn, no stats tonight. Again, reached base every time, but he's been walked every time he's been to the plate. Gus Cohn, a southpaw batter, as he adjusts his gloves and makes his way into the box. Again, 1 runner on for him. Thornton able to reach on a walk as he gets set in the box. Soto, quick check over at first. Here's the pitch. Low right in front of home plate for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Bulldogs looking rough all around here in game 1 back from the break. Ryder Melsa had a pretty rough start, a very rare rough start for him. We don't see that too often. Daniel Soto in relief, as he is on the bump now, looking to find his groove against the Jaguars. Jaguars getting pretty lucky so far this evening, able to reach on walks and errors, and only a few RBIs to their name to bring them across. 3 RBIs out of the 6 runs. So lots of mistakes bringing them across. There's a pop-up down the left field line. That drops foul. Strike 1 for Cone. It's an even count, 1-1. But outside of that, folks, Bulldogs, again, still trying to find their groove. District standings has Lake Travis, Dripping Springs, your Bulldogs, and the Jaguars in a distant 4th place. Currently, it's them and Westlake battling for that 4th spot. It's an even count, though. Lucky ones for the Bulldogs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, 1 runner on. And Soto, number 11, right? 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low and inside. Ball 2. Counts 2-1. Catcher Ricky Montijo will be on deck here for the Jaguars. We'll see if we get to see him next. As Soto gets the call. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a hit deep towards left center. That's going to drop right in front of Winters. And it'll be a single for him as the runners will get held up at second and first. So 1 away, 2 runners on, as catcher Ricky Montijo will make his way up to the plate. Montijo is 1 for 2 so far this evening, as he had a single his last at bat, and then hit a fly out to Winters over there at center field. As Harrington has a little powwow with Soto on the bump. The Bulldogs do have a pitcher getting loose. I don't see a number anywhere on him. Tell you folks, it's the uniforms. I got to tell Coach Jelly, I don't like those uniforms, man. It's hard to see those numbers. But here comes Ricky Montijo. There's Soto with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Counts 0-1. Ethan Lambert is out there getting loose in the dugout, or in the on the right here. We have somebody else out there in right field. There's a nice slider by Soto that catches the inside zone for strike 2. Counts 0-2. That inside zone has been elusive to the Bulldogs. Jaguars like to ride up on that inside line and really draw that ball call, and also draw getting hit by it on those inside sliders. Makes it a little bit difficult to pitch there. It's 0-2 count. Soto with the pitch, swing, and that one's going to get knocked foul as Montijo gets just a smidge of that one. I take it back. Lambert is out there in right field. It's a 7. Luke Rosas. He's getting loose right there for the Bulldogs. 0-2 count, though, here for Montijo, as Soto's looking to put him away with 1 away and 2 runners on in the bottom of the 4th. It's a throw outside. Ball 1, Harrington. Again, good job of keeping that one in front of him. One ball, 2 strikes. Montijo back in the box. Soto with the pitch. There's that slider, hits the zone there, and a strikeout looking for out number 2. First strikeout of the night for Soto. First strikeout of the night for your Bulldogs. Again, another shocking stat that you don't see too often. They're normally on strikeout number 8-ish here in the 4th inning. But up to the plate now is DH for the Jaguars. A.J. Gonzalez has an RBI single to his name his last at bat, as well as a ground out to Niddle at third the first time he was there. Soto with the pitch, slider inside. Ball 1, counts 1-0. Thornton's over there on second. Cone is over there at first for the Jaguars. Gonzalez set and waiting. Here's the pitch from Soto. That gets hit towards left. It's going to bounce in front of Williams. As the runner will get held up at third. That'll be a single by Gonzalez. And with bases loaded for the Jaguars, it'll be number 17 center fielder Thomas Schnabel up to the plate now. Schnabel hit a fly ball to Winters over there in center field and then was grazed by an inside pitch. Again, that nice lineup right on the line there is what we like to see the Jaguars do. Schnabel this time, though, a little backed off it. You usually see toes on the inside line and makes those throws a little bit more difficult. But here's the pitch from Soto. Popped up down the first baseline. That is going to go foul. So strike one for Schnabel. Counts 0-1. Again, bases loaded for the Jaguars as the Bulldogs look to cut off these insurance runs. As Soto gets set. Here's the pitch. As that one hits the bottom side of the zone for strike two. Counts 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and bases loaded. Daniel Soto gets the call. Here's the pitch. Bounces in front of home plate for ball one. Counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Daniel Soto with the pitch. Breaking ball right back to him. Soto gets a glove on it. Toss to Gautier at first for out number 3. The Jaguars are going to strand bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. Soto logs in the first strikeout for the Bulldogs. And after 4, the Jaguars hold on to that 6-0 lead over your Bulldogs. And as we go into the top of the 5th, let's give a shout out to one of our dog sponsors, Central Texas Orthodontics. Hey, baseball fans, are you ready to hit a home run with your smile? Dr. Brian St. Louis at Central Texas Orthodontics can help you achieve the smile that you've been dreaming of. Our friendly orthodontic office is affordable financing and is located less than a mile east of Bowie High School. So swing on by Central Texas Orthodontics so you can step up to the plate with an MVP smile. Well, the Bulldogs looking to get the offense going. Alanis Sendejo back on the bump for the Jaguars. But he's pretty much had the number called for the Bulldogs so far this evening, as they have your Bulldogs have gone down 1, 2, 3 every inning they've been at bat. So what does that mean? Well, that means in the 4th spot, Miles Strickland will be set to lead off here in the top of the 5th, followed by first baseman Garrett Gautier and right fielder Ethan Lambert set to bat 3rd.
Up to bat, number 2, Miles Strickland.
So Strickland so far 0 for 1 this evening. He's got a strikeout looking to his name. Second time he's gonna face off against Alanis Sendejo. Alanis Sendejo with the pitch to Strickland. He's going to hit the top side of the zone for strike 1. Counts 0-1. Always look at the positives. That bottom of the 4th was the first inning that the Bulldogs held the Jaguars scoreless. So a big goose egg for them down there as a throw inside. It's going to get looked at for ball 1. It's an even count, 1-1. Even count here for Strickland. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw way outside. Ball 2. Counts 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Strickland awaits the pitch. There it is, and a swing and a miss by Strickland. Give him strike 2. Draws the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alani Sendejo with the 2-2 pitch. Strickland swings and misses at that one for out number 1. First baseman Garrett Gautier will make his way to the plate now. Garrett Gautier hit a grounder to McLean over there at short his last at bat. He was the second out of the second inning. So, looks to get the offense going there as he swings and misses at that one for strike 1. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike and 1 away. Pops that one foul. It's going to be strike 2 for Gautier. Counts 0-2. Ethan Lambert's on deck. See if we get to see him next. As here's the 0-2 pitch to Gautier. Pops that one towards second. It's going to drop right between Oaks and Schnabel. As it looks like Schnabel dove for that one, and kind of like Williams over here in the left, that one just had a nice drop to it for Gautier. It'll be a single for your Bulldogs, and finally a little movement here offensively from the Dogs as we now have our first base runner of the night along with our first hit of the night with 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Ethan Lambert makes his way up to the plate now. He's got 1 runner on and 1 away. He awaits the pitch. Slider outside. Gets called for strike 1. As we saw Melsa and Soto throw the same pitch, and unfortunately it wasn't called a strike. The zone seems to be moving just a smidge there for the Bulldogs. As here's the 0-1 pitch from Alani Sendejo. Pops that one towards left center. Schnabel and Thornton are going to give chase. And Schnabel is able to catch it on the run for out number 2.
Now at the bat, number 22.
Next up, left fielder, number 22, Darius Williams will make his way to the plate. Williams hit a grounder to McLean over there at short his last at bat. As he gets set, here's the pitch to him. Way up high for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Alani Sendejo wanted a new ball out there on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 away here for Darius Williams. 1 runner on. Garrett Gautier is over there at first. Pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be strike 1. Even count 1-1 here for Williams.
Calm down, kid.
As Williams watches that one get called for strike 2. Counts 1-2. 1-2 count. Alani Sendejo with the pitch. Pops that one foul. Count stays 1-2, and Williams will live to fight again as he makes his way into the box. Alani Sendejo gets the pitch, the call, excuse me. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Even count 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt. Ball 3. Williams able to draw the count full, 3-2. As the Bulldogs look to crank up this offensive engine. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 1 runner on. Williams awaits the pitch. Low and in the dirt for ball 4. And another base runner for the Bulldogs now as Garrett Gautier moves over into scoring position at second. It's going to bring up third baseman Luke Niddle up to the plate, and the time is going to be called by the Jaguars as they're going to have a powwow with their coach on the mound. So Luke Niddle makes his way back up to the plate. Just a little powwow there by the Jaguars. No changes made. But Niddle had a grounder to Garrett over there at third, his last at bat. Bulldogs, 2 base runners here. That's a throw that's way up high for ball 1.
Yeah, but a specific team member didn't show up.
Counts 1-0.
So, we know what his priorities are.
1 ball, no strikes, and 2 away. Alani Sendejo with the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Counts 2-0. Niddle awaits the 2-0 pitch. Swings, and they're going to say he got a piece of it. Didn't think he got a piece of it. They're going to say he did. So Gautier, who took off to third, will trot his way back to second. Count moves to 2-1 here for Niddle. Julian Laughlin's going to be on deck. We'll see if we get to see him next. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Inside. Ball 3. Batters counting here, folks. 3 balls, 1 strike. You know what that means, right? Oh, faithful. Heater down the middle. We'll see if Niddle gets the call to swing at that one, and if Alani Sendejo delivers. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Niddle. Swing and a miss. A little behind on that throw. It's going to be strike 2. Count goes full, 3-2. So full count here for Luke Niddle. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and 2 runners on. Alani steps off and picks his leg up and debates a throw to Gautier over there at second, but doesn't. Here's the pitch. As that one, Niddle got a piece of and knocked it foul. So count stays full, 3-2. As Alani Sendejo gets set, here's the pitch. Runners take off, and Niddle gets just underneath that one. Count stays full, 3-2. So I don't know if you can hear it, folks. We hear the ding every time the batter gets underneath it and knocks it foul. Didn't hear it that first time, so surprised they Our home plate umpire called that one a foul. Again, he's closer though, right? So he can probably hear a little bit better than me. But full count here for Nettle. Here's the 3-2 pitch. As he pulls back just in time. As no swing is called. All the batters advance, folks, and that means bases loaded for your Bulldogs. As the DH for tonight, Julian Laughlin make his way to the plate. Laughlin had a strikeout swing in his last at bat. We'll see if he can drive in some runs and tear into this lead by the Jaguars. Bulldogs getting 3 pitchers loosened up right now. High throw for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Top of the order due up after Laughlin. Josh Gonzalez is on deck as time is called by Montijo. And all the infield comes in to have a player powwow on the mound. So Laughlin again, looking to get a run in at least, whether it be by a walk or a hit, or a run plus. 2 away, 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Even count 1-1. Alanis Sendejo with the pitch. Way up high, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, and 2 away. Alanis Sendejo with the pitch. Another high throw, ball 3. Batters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, bringing in at least 1 run, folks. A walk would do that as well. As Laughlin adjusts his cap, makes his way back into the box. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Let's see what happens here. See if we get Old Faithful right here down the middle. Usually get the go-ahead swing on something like this. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. How about this one, folks? This is a fun one. Full count. It's one of the true full counts, right? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and bases loaded. Laughlin in the box. Alanis Sendejo with the payoff pitch. Right down the middle. Laughlin gets caught looking for out number 3. Strikeout number 7. And a heartbreaker for the Bulldogs as they are going to strand 3 and get nothing from it. After 4.5, the Jaguars still lead 6-0. So new pitcher for the Bulldogs is going to be number 17, Luke Rosas. He'll make his way to the plate, or to the mound, excuse me. Final numbers for Soto on the afternoon. He's going to pitch 1 1/3. He'll give up 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout to his name. John Switten will be set to lead off for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the 5th. Following that, it'll be top of the order for the Jaguars with Selvin Garrett set to bat 2nd and Brentley Oaks on deck to bat 3rd.
Now off the bat, number 24, John Swinton.
So John Swinton, again, back up to the plate here for the Jaguars. He is 1 for 1 so far. I hit a triple in the second. Pretty lucky triple. I say lucky triple. Had a really nice drop there. Williams couldn't quite get to it in time. Outside of that, though, he has an RBI to his name. He was walked in the third and was able to walk in a run on that walk. So he'll be the first batter to face off against Luke Rosas. As Swinton gets set, here's the pitch. Pops that one down the third baseline. It is going to go foul as Lambert gives chase into the wall, but can't quite get to it. It'll be strike one. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Rosas gets the call. Here's the pitch. Nice breaking ball right over the plate for strike 2. Counts 0-2. A swing, a dropped strike 3. As there's a throw to first. So a strikeout swinging for out number 1. First strikeout for Luke Rosas tonight. Not too bad. Do have some changes defensively for the Bulldogs. That is Carter Merriman over there at first with the catch. Excuse me, with the put out there. I'll get you some names of the other defensive changes that we have here as Rosas delivers the first pitch to Selvin Garrett. It'll be low and in the dirt for ball 1. Abraham Algirin takes over second baseman duties. As here's the 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle. For strike 1, even count 1-1. Max Broderick is going to be over at right field. There's a bouncer towards third. Andrew Winters gets a glove on it. Throw to first is just by the glove of Merriman. As the runner will advance to second on the wild throw, as that is over the glove of Gonzalez. So a couple wild throws. Garrett will reach on an error.
Now to bat, number 22.
Advance to second on the wild throw. As Brentley Oaks makes his way to the plate. As you heard right, folks, Andrew Winters is over there at third for Luke Niddle. As Rosas gets set, here's the pitch. Towards short. Gonzalez with the glove on it. Throw to first. He's in there for out number 2. Selvin Garrett held up there at second. As here comes shortstop Ethan McLean up to the plate. Throw just a bit outside for ball 1. Counts 1-0. McLean 0 for 1 so far his outing tonight. He was able to reach on a walk, able to reach on another walk, and then grounded out to Gonzalez at short his last at bat in the 4th inning. But bottom of the 5th, 2 away and 1 runner on. Rosas on the mound here for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch to McLean. Inside and doesn't get the call. It's going to be ball 2. Counts 2-0. Rosas, quick check at second. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And time is called. So we'll get reset. We'll try this again. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Rosas. That's a fastball over the head of McLean for ball 3. Batters count here, folks. 3 balls and no strikes. Rosas, quick check at second. Here's a 3-0 pitch. There it is, right down the middle. Strike 1. Counts 3-1. Definitely a take by McLean there. Rosas, set. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Nice breaking ball again over the plate. Strike 2. Full count, 3-2. So full count, folks. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 1 runner on. Luke Rosas on the mound. Ethan McLean at the plate. Here's the pitch. There's a hit towards the left. It's going to bounce in front of Williams as Garrett will round third and come in to score. As they'll extend this Jaguar lead 7-0.
Now at number 1, Grayson Thornton.
Right fielder Grayson Thornton back up to the plate now. Thornton is 0 for 2, his outing so far. Reach on an error, reach on a fielder's choice, and then walked his last at bat in the 4th inning. Here's Rosas. Gets set. Here's the pitch. In the dirt on the outside. Ball 1. Counts 1-0. It looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner come in for Ethan McLean. See if I can get a number there. Eventually, I'll get a number. It's a 1-0 count, though, here for Grayson Thornton. As Rosas gets set. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 2, inside. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, and 2 away. Rosas, slider that misses for ball 3. Batters count 3-0. I believe that is number 11, Jaden Lopez. Over there at first, courtesy running. There's a 3-0 pitch right down the gullet for strike 1. Moves the count to 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 away. Bulldogs looking to avoid any more runs that are to come across. Runner takes off. Throw down the middle for strike 2. Throw down is in time. As the runner gets tagged out trying to steal second. As that'll be out number 3. Well, the Jaguars bring one more run across. extend their lead 7-0 after 5. Which means the 10-run rule was avoided because after 5, a 10-run lead results in the game being called. That was at number 11, so I'll see. Hopefully I can try to find who that runner was. I apologize because number 11 is coming in to pitch for the Jaguars now. So Alanis Sendejo will take a needed rest. And Jaden Lopez will take his place on the mound here for the Jaguars. We'll get into some stats here for the Mason Alanis Sendejo here shortly. But before we do, folks, as we get warmed up and loose for the top of the 6, let's give a shout out to Deep Eddy Therapy. Don't settle for good enough therapy. Get access to the best mental health providers in Texas at Deep Eddy Therapy. Deep Eddy has served our community for over 30 years through individual, couples, and child therapy services, all covered by most major insurances. Book a free consultation with a therapist by going to deepeddytherapy.com today. Big thank you to Deep Eddy Therapy, one of our dog sponsors this year. Bulldogs will send up
Jaden Lopez.
We'll send up top of the order. They're looking at the guy in the broadcasting, laughing at him. He said up is Jaden Lopez for bat. So Jaden Lopez will take his way on the mound, and top of the order for the Bulldogs will come up to the plate. So Josh Gonzalez will be set to bat first, and we'll see who's swapping out, if anybody, down the line. I believe Gabe Winters will be next, as will Travis Harrington batting third. Bulldogs look to get some offense going here. So a throw down the middle by Lopez for strike 1. Counts 0-1. Outside, ball 1. Even count 1-1. Lopez looked to be moving quick here, folks. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Foul. Strike 2. Counts 1-2. Gonzalez 0 for 2. Rear quiet outing for him. So he's still looking to get his first hit of the night. Hit a strikeout swing in the first inning, and then he grounded to first. There's a hit towards short. McLean, nope, is going to actually go to Garrett at third. And throw to Garrett is going to be in time. Route number 1. So Garrett comes over into McLean's territory, grabs that one and tosses it for the first out of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 4, Gabe Winters.
Next up, number 4, Gabe Winters makes his way to the plate. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts to his name so far tonight, looking to avoid the hat trick here. It's 1 away here in the top of the 6th. First throw we looked at for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Lopez with the 1-0 pitch. Low for ball 2. Counts 2-0. As Winters comes down, calls a quick time. Lopez moving really fast on the mound. As soon as the batter's set, he is delivering the pitch. Winters set. Lopez the go-ahead. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 3. Batters count 3-0 here for Gabe Winters. Way up high, ball 4. As Winters will make his way over to first on that walk. Going to have a different batter come in for Harrington. It's going to be number 16, Brendan Windsor.
Now batting number 16, Brendan Windsor.
Windsor coming in. Hello, how are you? So Windsor's going to come in. First time we get to see him tonight. He'll look to face off against Jaden Lopez with 1 runner on and 1 away. And that's going to be a throw for ball 1. Counts 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 away. Windsor ready and waiting for the pitch. Lopez delivers up high, ball 2. Counts 2-0. So quite the mountain for the Bulldogs to overcome. 7 runs is what's going to be needed, if 8 to take the lead here, if the defense can hold the Jaguars at bay. But here's the pitch outside. Ball 3, counts 3-0. Good start so far for the Bulldogs as they are on the cusp of having a second base runner, the third base runner of the fourth base runner, excuse me, of the evening. That's going to hit that zone there for strike 1. 3-1's the count. Fifth base runner. Windsor ready and waiting, swings and gets just a piece of it. It'll be strike 2. Counts 3-2. It's a full count here for Windsor. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, 1 runner on. Lopez with the pitch. Swing and a miss by Windsor, as that'll be a strikeout swinging. And out number 2.
Now batting, number 23, Abraham Algren.
Is that a camera?
Right there. See, it's right there. You see the camera? And it goes right here. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have a nice fan here chatting me up. Gotta love it. So Abraham Algren will make his way up to the plate now. And quite a few substitutions here. There's 2 away here for the Bulldogs as he watches that one for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Another low throw, gets looked at for ball 2. Counts 2-0. Two 0s to count. Lopez with the pitch. Another throw outside. Ball 3. Count 3-0. Carter Merriman looks to be on deck. See if we get to see him next. As here's a 3-0 pitch. Outside again, ball 4. 4 straight pitches, and Abraham Algren will make his way to first. Winters will advance to second, as Carter Merriman will make his way up to the plate now.
Number 10, Carter Merriman.
2 outs, 2 base runners. Lopez again throw outside, and the dirt runners take off to advance on the wild pitch. It will be uncontested. It's going to be ball 1, and both runners now move into scoring position for the Bulldogs on those 2 wild pitches, on that wild pitch, excuse me. But 1 ball, no strikes for Carter Merriman. As it's going to be a balk. The runners will advance, and the Bulldogs finally able to draw a run across on the balk. As time is now called by the Jaguars, and there's going to have a coach's powwow up on the mound. Algren will advance to third on the balk, excuse me. Next, Broderick looks to be on deck. Hopefully we'll get to see him next. As that'll be all she wrote for Jaden Lopez. So let's see who's going to be on the bump here for the Jaguars next. It is going to be number 8, Ethan McLean. Which means we'll have a new shortstop here. We'll see who it's going to be. So it looks like Kai Vu is going to take over for Garrett at third. And Garrett will make his way over to short from third. And take over from McLean, who is heading to the bump to take over for Jaden Lopez. So a little switcheroo here, as the count's going to be 1-0 for Merriman, and he will be the first batter to face off against Ethan McLean. So for Lopez is going to pitch 2/3 of an inning. So far, he was giving up 1 run, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. As we get to watch McLean get loose.
Now pitching for your Johnson Jaguars, Ethan McLean.
So McLean's going to take over on the bump here for the Jaguars.
Kai Vu.
So again, Kai Vu takes over at third, and Selvin Garrett moves over to short. So Carter Merriman, that was a mouthful. Carter Merriman will make his way back over to the mound. Counts 1-0 for him, with a runner over at third in Abraham Algarin, as he's down in scoring position. McLean with the pitch. Breaking ball over the middle. Strike 1. Counts 1-1. As the time is called by Montijo, as he makes his way to the mound to have a chat with McLean. Even count for Merriman, 1 ball, 1 strike. This ball gets tipped foul by Merriman. It's going to be strike 2. Counts 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Merriman in the box. Here's the pitch from McLean. Hit right back up the middle. It's going to go into center field. Algarin will come across. It'll be an RBI single for Carter Merriman. And the Bulldogs slowly chip away at this Jaguar lead. It is now 7-2. Max Broderick making his way to the plate now. McLean with the pitch. Down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. McLean with the pitch. Swing and a miss by Broderick. It's going to be strike 2. Count is 0-2. Thank you. Got a little snack from my friend here. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Pitch from McLean. Down between first and second, all the way to right field. It'll be a single by Broderick. Merriman will advance to second, as here comes left fielder number 22, Darius Williams.
Now batting number 22, Darius Williams.
McLean gets the call. Here's the pitch to Williams. Inside, ball 1. Counts 1-0. Williams so far is 0 for 1 tonight. Hit a grounder to short. He is that one back up the middle, into the glove of McLean. McLean will make the toss to first. And McLean will stop the bleeding. Williams will go down as out number 3. Not before 2 runs come across and the Bulldogs chip away at this Jaguar lead. Our score after 5.5, Johnson 7, Bulldogs 2. All right, folks, bottom of the 6th set to get underway. We will give a shout out to TMLT, Texas Medical Liability Trust, is the largest medical liability insurance provider in Texas. TMLT serves more than 20,000 healthcare professionals. Big thank you to TMLT, one of our dog sponsors this year. Currently, the Jaguars look to send up Grayson Thornton, set to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th, followed by first baseman Gus Cone, and Ricky Montijo will be set to bat 3rd. We'll see if that continues from what they have going on. So the Bulldogs will have one more chance at the top of the 7th to get 5 runs across, 5 or more at least, and keep this one going. As we're going to have a new pitcher, and Jacob Saddleman will make his way on the bump. You saw him loosening up. He'll look to keep this one going as here comes number 1, Grayson Thornton, up to the plate. Thornton 0 for 2 so far his outing. Again, able to reach on an error, reached on the fielder's choice, and then he was walked. Drew the count full his last at bat, but didn't quite make it as the courtesy runner was caught on the on a steal attempt, I believe it was. There's a nice breaking ball that catches his zone, but not in the eyes of our umpire. It's going to be ball 1, counts 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here for Thornton. Solomon with the pitch. It's going to be on top of the plate for ball 2, counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Solomon set. Here's the pitch to Thornton. There's a slider that hits that zone for strike 1. Counts 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Thornton awaits the pitch. There's a hit towards 3rd, into the glove of Winters. Winters, throw to first. In time, oh, and it gets dropped at first by Merriman. Thornton is going to reach on an error as Gus Cone, first baseman, will make his way up to the plate now. Cone is 1 for 1. He was walked twice, and he was able to reach on a single his last at bat in the 4th inning. No outs and a base runner for the Jaguars. As Solomon gets set, here's the pitch. That goes over the glove, and the runner takes off to second. It's over the glove of Windsor, who is behind home plate now, catching the throws. Counts 1-0 here for Cone, as Windsor has a chat with Solomon real quick. Thornton is going to reach on the wild throw. Counts 1-0. It's Cone ready and waiting. Solomon with the pitch. That's going to catch that zone for strike 1. Count goes even, 1-1. One ball, no strikes. Pitch from Salomon. That is a high slider. Has a nice little break to it as well. Just misses the zone. It's going to be ball 2. Counts 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. In the dirt, ball 3. Counts 3-1. Ricky Montijo is going to be on deck for the Jaguars. We'll get to see him next. As it's 3 balls, 1 strike, and no outs with 1 runner on here for the Jaguars. Jacob Salomon is on the bump and throws that one for ball 4. As Cohn will reach on a walk. So runners at first and second for the Jaguars as Ricky Montijo makes his way up to the plate. Montijo is 1 for 3 so far in his outing tonight. He hit a fly out towards center in the first, able to hit a single in the third, and had a strikeout looking his last at bat in the fourth as that throw goes into the dirt in the right side box for ball 1. Counts 1-0. Jaguars with 2 base runners now.
Let's go, Ricky.
Thornton's at second. Cohn is at first. No outs. Here's the pitch. There's that nice curve ball. Hits the zone for strike 1. Even count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Salomon with the pitch. That gets hit foul. It's going to be strike 2 for Montijo. Count moves to 1-2. AJ Gonzalez for the Jaguars is on deck. We'll see if we get to see him next. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Salomon with the pitch. Breaking ball, pops that one foul. Count stays 1-2. Montijo back in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jacob Salomon with the pitch. That one gets popped up behind. It's going to go into the net foul. Count stays 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Salomon with the pitch to Montijo. It's in the right side box. Thornton will take off to third, as will Cohn take off to second on the wild throw. That is ball 2. Runners will advance on that one, as both runners are now in scoring position. It's an even count for Montijo, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Salomon set. Here's the pitch. Tipped foul. Count stays even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Salomon set. Here's the pitch. The high slider, ball 3. Count goes full 3-2.
Let's go, Ricky.
Again, the Bulldogs looking to stop this bleeding a little bit and hopefully make this lead manageable, as that's a high slider for ball 4. Bases are loaded after that walk.
Number 2, AJ Gonzalez.
As here comes the DH for the Jaguars, number 2, AJ Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 2 for 3 so far tonight. He hit a grounder to Niddle at third in the first. Other than that, he hit a single, an RBI single in the third, and then hit a single in the fourth where he was left stranded. There's a throw that is over the middle and just a little bit too high for our home plate umpire. It's going to be ball 1. Counts 1-0. Windsor looks back and says, where was that one missed? Gives the nod. It's a 1-0 count, no outs, and bases loaded for the Jaguars. Another high throw over the head of Gonzalez for ball 2. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Gonzalez pops that one behind him foul. It's going to be strike 1. Counts 2-1. 2-1 count. Solomon awaits the call. He likes it. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. It's going to be way in the outside. Ball 3. Counts 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Solomon gets the call. Gonzalez at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt, the right of home plate. Ball 4, and a run will get walked in. So Gonzalez will get another RBI to his name. As Thornton walks in on that one, and Johnson adds another run to their lead. Thomas Schnabel will make his way up to the plate now. Schnabel is 0 for 2 so far. Hit a grounder to the pitcher in the fourth. Hit a fly out to Winters in center in the second. As Coach Jelly calls a time, and they're going to have a powwow on the mound. See what happens here. Looks like just going to be a nice little talking to. Schnabel ready and waiting. Solomon gets the call. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Same location, same call. Ball 2. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. There's a pitch that bounces in front of home plate. Cone will take off and come across on the wild pitch. And he will score. That was ball 3. Runners all advance. So Montijo moves to third. Gonzalez will move to second. First base is now open. It's a 3-0 batters count here for Schnabel as Solomon gets set. Waits the pitch. And Schnabel doesn't pull back in time. That'll be strike 1. Count moves to 3-0, or excuse me, 3-1. swing by Schnabel. He gets a piece of it. It's going to be strike two. Count goes full. 3-2. Bulldogs still looking for the first out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Salomon with the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be just too low for ball 4. As that walk moves the bases loaded again. As Coach Agelia comes out, calls a time, and it looks like that'll be all she wrote for Salomon. And let's see who gets moved to the mound. Hopefully I'll get a number here shortly. So new pitcher for the Bulldogs here. Looks to be number 21, Ryder Willie. So Willie will get looked at to finish this inning out. 3 runs on will be all tallied to Jacob Salomon. But we'll see what happens here if that call gets to him. So bottom of the 6th here, and
Number 21, Ryder Willie.
so Ryder Willie makes his way to the plate, or excuse me, makes his way to the mound. John Swinton will be the first batter to face off against him. Swinton gets set. Here's the pitch. Throw that hits the zone there. Nice pitch by Willie for strike 1. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, and no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Willie with the pitch. Up high for ball 1. It's an even count, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Throw way inside. Ball 2. Swinton ducking under that one. 2-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Popped up down the first baseline. It is playable as Merriman gives chase, and Merriman gets underneath it and just can't quite get under it as it's lost in the lights. That'll be strike 2. It's an even count, 2-2. Even count here for Swinton. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryder Willie on the mound. Awaits the call. Swinton calling a quick time, makes his way back into the box. Willie with the 2-2 pitch. That'll be a strikeout looking for out number 1.
Now batting 12, Sullivan Garrett.
Top of the order here for the Jaguars as Sullivan Garrett makes his way up to the plate. He awaits the first pitch. It's going to be low and away for ball one. Counts 1-0. Garrett 0 for 2, his outing. A grounder to first, his first at bat. As an RBI to his name with a sacrifice fly the second. Was walked in the third, then was able to reach on an error in the fifth. As there's a throw that hits the zone for strike one. Counts even 1-1. 1-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Not sure where that one missed, but it's going to be ball two. Count moves to 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one away. Willie with the pitch. It's a blooper back up towards short into the glove of Gonzalez. And the throw is not in time as Garrett was able to leg that one out. It'll be an RBI single for him as Montijo will come across and score. Gonzalez will advance to third. Schnabel will advance to second. And the Jaguars lead 10-2. Throw outside for ball one. Counts 1-0. One ball, no strikes, one away. There's a nice throw by Willie. Hits the zone for strike one. It's an even count, 1-1 for Brentley Oaks, who is at the plate now. Oaks is 0 for 3. His outing is he had a grounder, a pop out, another grounder, and he was walked in the first, though. He was the first run to come across for the Jaguars. 1-1 pitch. It's a hit towards third. It's going to get in the glove of Winters. He'll throw home for the force out, and he just can't quite get to the glove of Windsor. So Gonzalez will come across and score. Schnabel will advance to third. Garrett will advance to second. Oaks will make his way to first. Scores 11-2. Ethan McLean to the plate now. Watches that first one get thrown inside for ball one. Count moves to 1-0 with one away and bases loaded. McLean so far is 1 for 2. His out. He's been at the plate 4 times, but he's got one hit to his name, an RBI single in the 5th. He grounded out in the 4th and was able to reach on 2 walks after that. As that'll be ball 2. Count moves to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, one away. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. High breaking ball. That's just too high. It's going to be ball 3. Batters count here, folks. 3-0. Usually see Old Faithful heater down the middle. See if Willie delivers on that one. He still awaits the call. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's what it is, and that's what it gets called. Strike one. Counts 3-1. Still a batter's count, so we'll see if we see it again. As Willie moves fast, I think he did get that call. Here's the pitch. Pops this one up towards center. It's going to drop into the glove of Winters. Tag up is going to be made as the throw comes, and not in time. The runner comes across, so McLean will be given a sacrifice fly as he drives in Schnabel. And that'll do it, it looks like, as a 10-run rule here will get called, and a very rare showing by the Bulldogs, only able to muster 3 strikeouts over the span of 5 pitchers. Coach Velasquez and the pitching staff will definitely make their way to the drawing board here after this one. As combined, 7 hits are given up, 12 runs, 7 of those earned, 12 walks, and again, a very rare 3 strikeouts for the Dogs. So that'll do it for me, folks. Be sure to tune in on Friday for game 2 of this matchup. 7:30 first pitch. We'll be at the Burger Baseball Fields. Be sure to come out, and if you can't, be sure to tune in. I'll be there live, bringing you all the actions. Our final from Johnson High School, the Jaguars 12, the Bulldogs 2. I will catch you guys on Friday.